Okay, now let's take a look at some actual websites and see what we're talking about in regard to keywords and other things like descriptions and titles. Now if you go up here in Firefox to View and then come down to Page Source, you're going to see all of the programming that was written that created this web page, and you can do this with any web page on the internet. Okay. Now if you're using Internet Explorer instead of Firefox, here's Explorer, and you just go over here to Page and then down to View Source. Okay. Same thing will happen. Alright, so let's take a look here. First of all, we're going to need a good title for our website. And if you look right here, you'll see title. Okay. We've got the name of the website, film production investments, and then the rest of the title. Now where did this title come from? Where did these words come from? Well, they came from our keywords, which you'll see right here, keywords. Okay, these are all our keywords. And others, as you can see. Got about 15 keywords. Okay. So, what we want to do is we want to get as many keywords, keyword phrases, as we can into our title and still have it make sense from an English language standpoint. The title is the first thing that Google sees, and the object of what we're doing with these titles, descriptions, and keywords is we're trying to tell Google exactly what this website is about. Okay? That way, when somebody is looking for exactly this type of information that we have on this page and on this site, Google will be able to pull this information out of their database, and we will hopefully show up in the first page of the Google search results. So, film production is one of our keywords. So we have production company, and we have production company right here. We have film producer. Film producer is one of our keywords here. Okay. We have film funding right here, and if we look right here is one of our keywords, film funding. So we're able to get 3 keyword phrases into our title. Okay. Then we have a description right here. Temple Hart Films provides funding for film producers and is a movie production company engaged in film production and film investment. The description could be a little bit longer if we wanted it, but we've got a lot of keyword phrases in here, and it's a very exact description of what this website is about. So I like the way this reads right now. And we've got funding and film again in here. We've got film producers. We've got movie production company, film production, film investment. Okay, these are all keyword phrases that we're using, and they're in the description as well. Okay, so this is what you want. You want to be very consistent. Now, in addition to having all of this information on the back end of the website, we also want to have it be on the front end or on the actual pages itself. So we're going to want to have information that's similar to the keywords. We want to have the keyword phrases show up somewhere in the different pages and the text that we have on these pages. Okay. Now here we have film producers, which is one of our keyword phrases. Production company, movie production company, film production, film investment. Okay, all kinds of different phrases that are also our keyword phrases. Film producers, film companies, filmmakers. Okay, this is what Google's going to want to see. They want to see the same keyword phrases on the pages as they see in your keyword phrases and your meta tags and on your source page. Okay, these things have to match up, and there's good reason for that, because if you have all of these keyword phrases on the back end of your website and you do not have them on your pages somewhere, then Google is going to disregard your website. Okay, they want to see the same phrases or words on the pages as on the keywords, because what people used to do years ago to try to fool the search engines is they would do searches for whatever were the biggest search phrase, keyword phrases in the world. It didn't matter what industry or what business it was in, and then they would put those keywords on the source page, as I just showed you, and their websites would rank higher because a lot of people were looking for these particular keyword phrases. Now, their product or service had nothing to do with those keyword phrases, but they were getting a lot of traffic and they would get some business out of it. So what Google did is they look at the keyword phrases and they look at the information on the site, and if they don't see a match between them, then they're just going to disregard your site. Okay, so you got to be very careful about this. Only use keyword phrases that exactly explain what's on your actual web pages. Okay, so this site has been optimized very well for search engines, and if you look at the different pages here, let's look at this page for example, Why Invest in Films, you will see that this phrase which describes the page is also in the URL. Now, some web designers used to do, and some still do, create URLs for the pages that have just a lot of code in them up here, and it doesn't really describe what's on the page, but you really need to describe what's on the page to make it easier for Google to know. You don't want Google just to know what's on your home page, you want them to know what's on every page, okay, because they're going to index as many pages as they can, and you want them to index as many of your pages as possible. Okay, this will help. So you can see this page is about films, this page is about theater. Okay, so this is the first thing that you're going to do in terms of search engine optimization. You're going to make sure that all of your titles are good, and you have a good description, and you have your keywords where they belong. Okay, now if you really want to get technical about all this, and if you really have some time, then you could also change your keywords for each page. So that the theater page may have, for example, all of the regular keyword phrases, or most of them, and then you might want to put in 3 or 4 keyword phrases that would be just about theater. Okay, most of these other pages are all about film. This Premier Portfolio page, for example, is also about film projects. So you wouldn't necessarily want to change those. But if you've got a site and you've got a number of different topics, maybe you've got a number of different product categories, for example, then you would want to probably change some of the keyword phrases for each of those individual pages to reflect, you know, the content on those pages, and make it easier for Google to find you and index you higher. Okay, so there are more things that we're going to show you in the other modules that relate back to this stuff, but this is all you need to know right now for the subjects that we're covering.